Oh, all right. So there's like a lot of things I want to talk about. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Lone Wolv Podcast. I'm your host, Wolfson, and today we got a special guest in the building, another contender that I just met through the grapevines of Instagram. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm meeting all these amazing people for the Instagram. I mean, if you guys want to be part of my episode, any episodes of my show, please DM me and let's discuss it, okay, guys? So please welcome the one and only Dope Vibez. Let's go. What's going on, my man?
What's up, everybody? Not too bad.
All
Chilling.
right. All right.
Weather could be a little bit better down here, but we're doing good.
Yeah, I can agree.
Thank you for having me, by the way. Always wanted to be on a podcast, and you're an amazing host, so thank you again.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Welcome to the show, man. First things first, before we all get started, let's do a little bit of introductions, man. So my name is Wolfson, man. Nice to meet you for the first time. Before we get started, tell me a little bit about yourself and tell me a little bit about what you're aiming for and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah. So my name's Alessandro. I'm half Italian, half Cuban. And I've been living in South Florida for about 8-9 years. Over a year ago, I started Dope Vibez, which is my company. And yeah, I've been loving it and pushing through it ever since. And just want to make cool art, cool people, and just, spread good energy.
That's what's up, man. So let me ask you, what actually got you into Dope Vibez? Like, what actually got you to the name Dope Vibez and how this whole shindig started with you?
So everything started during the pandemic. I was furloughed, and I've never been the type of person to sit around. So I turned to my best friend and I told him that I wanted to, we're 22, 23, and let's see if we can do something, And a lot of names came across, but the foundation of the business was to give back and, show people that if you're nice to one another, good things will come and will happen. And then we went with Dope Vibez. We put the Z instead of the S. We loved it. It was available, and we rolled with it.
So basically, Dope Vibez is just an online merchandise store where we spread all love and peace to everybody else within the industry.
Yeah. So it's, as of now, it's an online store. There's different things in the works, but the main message, is to be kind to one another. And I bring that when I go to festivals to work and vend, little shows, or if I'm packaging things, just always extra little things and always being helpful to everybody you meet.
That's actually pretty dope. I checked some of your stuff from your online store and your page, and you kind of remind me of Electric Family because they kind of started out as like that, as a like a small little shop, selling merchandise for charity and all that stuff. And they started with the whole bracelet thing for every artist, so everybody can pitch in. Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Love it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you kind of remind me of that, Electric. Well, look at this.
Yeah, I love that. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, no, coincidence, total coincidence. I came to work like this and just like, let's go, So look at that. I mean, there's already a connection right there, in some shape or way,
yes, sir.
So I kind of like the angle that you're going with this, man.
Yeah, I mean, I love Electric Family. I mean, all of their stuff is really cool, and the message behind it is really inspiring. And at the end of the day, that's what people should do. Try and inspire others as well as make money and, progress. But if you can give back while you do your thing, and nothing else.
I agree, man. I definitely would like to take some of your stuff from your website, man, because I definitely I like wearing stuff like that to work or anywhere else, I always like to spread around positivity, peace and love all around with any shit. And I'll wear it every day if I have to, so definitely we'll talk about that later on because I definitely
already have a little package made for you, and I was going to get your address later. So I got you taken care of.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Already packaged. I got you.
That's what's up, man. All right. So, all right, guys, you heard it. I'm gonna be wearing some Dope Vibez around here, guys. So make sure to follow them at their Instagram and other social medias. All right, guys. You already heard it, guys. So first things first in all this, so we can get this ball rolling and even further beyond, you know? You said something interesting that got my attention. You said that you lived before in South Africa or Africa itself?
Yeah, so I moved here, like I said, 8-9 years ago, and I moved from Zanzibar, which is an island on the east coast of Tanzania.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I was in there. I was there for about 4.5 years. And then before that, I was in Italy for about 11, 12 years.
You definitely got that Italian vibe for sure. Like you got the eyes and the accent out of it, man. You're the catch, man.
Italian? Yeah. A lot of people tell me Cuban. Some people tell me like Australian. I'm like, But honestly, a little bit of everything.
Nah, I know Italian when I see one because I actually been to Italy before. I've been to a lot of places in Italy: Roma, Venezia, Firenze, Florencia. That's where I'm from, yeah, Firenze.
Love Florence, yeah.
Yeah, I that was my favorite part. Man. Yeah, that was my favorite area in all Italy. Like I don't like Roma. Oh, sure, Roma is Roma. All right, whatever, but. Florencia and Firenze inside of it is like a different world.
The architecture. The architecture is next level things. Yeah. And the food.
And of course, the food. The authentic pizza from there. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You know that I
don't need pizza here.
Really?
Papa John's, Domino's, depending on, but usually I stick with pasta. That's my...
Yeah, stick with the pasta. I love pasta too, you know? Yeah. But pizza, man, there's nothing in here in South Florida that can resembles to what I've ate over there in Florence, man, because it's the fact
next level.
Yeah, it's next level. And the thing is about the pizza over there in Italy, which many people don't know about this, you know. The pizza that you're eating in the States is not the same pizza that you'll be eating in Italy. No, like if you show a pizza from Domino's or Papa John's or Pizza Hut to any folks from Italy, they will slap the shit out of you.
You'll go to jail, yeah. Yeah, they'll put you in jail.
Really? They actually do that?
No. They should because it's an insult, but yeah.
Yeah, I was really believing that because like, I know a lot of Italian people will be like, this is a disgrace. Like, fanculo.
Fanculo, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't send Snapchats of any of my food down here to my Italian friends because I'm not allowed back if I do it, bro.
Oh no, it's an insult. It's an insult, man. And you know, when I learned that not from me, but from other people that were next to us. You know, they were like eating Papa John's or something, and they were eating in front of an Italian friend, and the Italian friend was just like, you know, cursing around. It's like, this is a disgrace. You trying to mock me? I'm like, oh, shit, this got real quick. This got real quick right now.
Serious. Yeah. We take our food serious.
No, it's because like something about Italian food is like, it's immeasurable. Like you can't compare it with anything else because it's the real recipe, love, you know? You take very consideration when it comes to making this sort of food. Like when it comes to the pasta, to the pizza, to the meatballs, the gnocchis, and what
it's
others?
An art.
Yeah, it's an art.
Yeah,
it's basically an art. Like, are you a chef for yourself when you do all this sort of stuff?
Yeah, I cook. I love cooking.
Yeah,
I love eating, so I gotta know how to cook if I love to eat. Oh, so yeah, I cook. Oh yeah,
that's a win-win. What has been like the best dish that you ever done in your life?
Well, when I was actually in Switzerland, and I made it for me and my dad. I made carbonara, and then as a side dish, I made cotoletta. You know, in Milan, it's like tortoletta. So it's that chicken breast. Yeah.
Ooh.
So I just love pasta. And anybody that knows me knows the same, that I love pasta.
Yeah.
So anything with pasta has my heart. Yeah.
Like what type of sauce do you actually pull on your pasta? Like, is there like a specific sauce for every pasta that you make, or is there's just like that one sauce that for all pastas?
So there is a little secret to every pasta that I do. It's cream. It's like adding cream to any pasta. It's literally game changer. Absolute game changer.
Really?
So kind of like the vodka sauce, but yeah, instead of doing the vodka, I do tomato sauce, whatever it is, bolognese, and then just a little bit of cream, which is hard to find the right one, but a little bit of cream, game changer. I'm telling you.
I agree. My favorite pasta boils down to the penne Alfredo and the chicken carbonara.
Sí.
Yeah, that's
carbonara is by far my favorite one.
Yeah, that's right there on the top right there. It's like, ooh. There's some other stuff that I love to eat that I hardly get the chance to eat it because it's very rare for me to eat it. But when I do see them, it'll be like the tortellini or the gnocchi with cheese on it. Oh my God, that's the fire stuff, bro. And you eat that with chicken, man. Ooh,
you're getting me hungry, man. I just ate too, but I'm getting hungry.
I just finished eating too, bro, and I'm like, damn, bro. Now I want to travel to Olive Garden to get some pasta shit, man.
That's what I'm saying.
So what has been
Where are
like
you from?
Me? I'm from born and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
nice. So I was born and raised for 25 years in that little island. And then I moved down here 7 years ago.
Okay, wow, God, more or less like me. Nice.
Yeah, basically, I'm an immigrant of sorts here, you know, just like anyone else, man. Just reaching what we call it the American dream, you know.
Hey, I tell everybody it's actually a thing. Everybody that's not from the United States looks at the United States and wants to pursue this American dream.
Yeah, I agree because it is the land of opportunities, you know, it's the land of freedom.
Really
it should also be like that. But yeah, it gives so many choices and so many freedoms for many people who don't have those privileges. And then just make yourself a better living, you know? I mean, I came over here with zero expectations. I just went to school to finish it up. And then after that, it was just like, shit, all right, where do I go? Where did I go? So I started working. I worked on a retail shop. I worked on a hotel in the South Beach, Florida. And now I'm currently working at the career that I actually wanted as an audio visual technician.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's been a nice little trajectory for me to start here with $400 to my name on it, all the way to where I am right now. And now, not only that, but also grinding my ass off to be part of the music industry. And as well as, you know, to be a DJ, a music producer, in which most of the time I got it. I touched base. I made it in my perspective. Like I reached the goals, but I wasn't feeling right. Like I wasn't feeling like I wanted this as hungry as I was before, or I felt like very pressure into making stuff like this. So that's where I took a hiatus overall.
Which is sometimes it's what you need, man. Sometimes it really is what you need.
Yeah. And people don't realize that, you know, either people do realize it and they do not want to admit it. Because in a sense, it may look like a failure to someone. It may look like, damn it, I failed, bro. They feel shameful about it and they don't want to admit it because they're too prideful to admit shit like that. And I gotta say, yeah, I feel at a certain point like I didn't want to give this up. I really didn't. I want to be part of this. Like I really wanted this so badly. And then when I'm seeing some of my homies making it little by little and they're on the tops and shit like that, it kills you a little bit that, man, we started together and they're already ahead of me. I'm not there. And I'm killing myself to make it there and nothing, no results, nothing. I still keep pushing. So it's kind of hard. And you put that necessary pressure, stress on yourself. And then you feel so heavy. And then you just like a point you can't breathe and shit, you know? So at that one point, I'd say like my mental health and my own living is way bigger than this.
Priority.
So, yeah, priority. So that's where I took a hiatus overall in making music and DJing. And then it didn't took like a month or later or so, I started podcasting. And now
you love it.
I love it. It has to this day it's been the happiest thing that I've ever done. And I still continue to pursue it. I still continue to fight for it. I want more about this. I want to continue with this, you know?
Yeah, I see. I can tell that it makes you feel fulfilled. Like it fulfills who you are as a person.
Yes.
Yeah. I can tell from looking at different episodes that you did, and I can tell that it fulfills you, like who you are as a person. This is what you're good at, man. Like you're great at talking to people. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, like, and mind you, I've never been the type of person to be very talkative. I was always known to be like the shy person. Even when I'm doing the networking at my early stages, when I'm trying to network and meet these A&Rs and artists and promoters and festival owners and whatnot, I have to drink. I have to get myself.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. A little bit of tequila. A little bit of tequila.
A little bit of beer, a little bit of rum, a little bit of Jager or something, like, so I can be like much more loose and
yeah,
vibey, and then that's where I go to people and start talking to them. That's where I just like
more confident too.
Yeah. The confidence just kick in, the confidence kick in until at a certain level, you start to develop your own confidence. And now you can just like go ahead and ask people without even getting booze,
Yeah.
It's very hard, and like for coming for someone from me that has very shy about this stuff. And then all of a sudden now I'm like the first person to be like, yo, you want to be on the show? All right, let's go. Let's talk this. Let's do this shit. Blah, 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 blah. Have you ever had any of these situations as well? Like, and if so, tell me more about those experiences.
Yeah, I mean, dude, all the time, especially when you start something from zero. And the second you start, you're already looking up at 10, 15 other people that have done what you've done, but are successful. Yeah. So you're always trying to, picture yourself and like compare yourself. And, from the beginning, it's always been like, how can I beat them? How can I be better than them or do what they've done? But at the end of the day, I slowly started realizing, and I also started listening to a lot of like motivational videos and like YouTube videos, because I wanted to change my mindset. I didn't want to become someone and, tear down everybody around me, right, and be the best at it. I just wanted to become the best or do what I wanted to do and bring people with me. Or like Gary Vee once said, I don't want to build the biggest building in town by tearing everybody else's down. I just want to build the biggest building in town.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always in the back of my mind at the end of the day, but you got to train your mind. That's what I've been doing, and I keep doing almost every day. It's, you're on your own journey. It's going to take you however long it's going to take you.
Right.
But if you work hard enough and if you love it, then I'm good. I realized the number one thing in life is to be happy.
Yes.
It's not money. It's not, getting married. It's about what makes you happy. And if I can have $1 million in my bank account and the person next to me can have 50, but if he wakes up happy every day and I don't, he's succeeded.
Yeah.
And to me, that's how I overcame everything. I try to realize what makes me happy and what doesn't. And, why am I doing what I'm doing? Am I doing it because I want to have the most money, or am I doing it because I want to wake up happy every day? So, and that's slowly how my mentality started changing. I try to value the things that really matter in life.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And I commend you for doing that, man. Because let me tell you, bro, like not many people have the courage to do the stuff that we've done, that we wake up every day with a smile because we're doing something that we love, Not everybody has that luxury, and many people are like, unfortunately, can't reach to those because of certain situations. However, you can be happy. Even if you're doing something that you're doing it because it doesn't fulfill you, you can still do other things that make you happy. And if that thing that's not making you happy is actually tearing you down even further, then detach yourself. Yeah. Detach yourself.
I mean, I could have an Instagram page with 50 followers and be posting about pins, which is what I mainly make, and get 2 likes a picture. But I would be happy doing it because I love talking about pins and, art and designs and whatnot. So at the end of the day, if you're doing what makes you happy, then in my page, you've won. In my eyes, you won. I want to be like you,
I agree. It's just as like many people, like, and many up and coming people as well, they try to see that everyone's success, that's what fulfills them, but in reality, their success is their success because they did the work and they did something that they love to do. It wasn't because they want to be famous just because, like, no, it's because they want to do this every day. That's their whole mentality. Like if you listen to many artists and you listen to some of their Q&As and their interviews, they say like, oh man, I just woke up and I say like, I want to do this every day. I want to do this every day until I made it happen to make it as a living. And now they're doing it every day. You need to have that type of mentality to make sure like, know what you're actually aiming for. It's very important to know what you're trying to aim for, because if you're trying to get into the business, into the music because of fame and glory and money, unfortunately, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. And even if you do make it, it's not gonna be for long, and you're not gonna have a successful career because you don't love it. It doesn't come from the heart.
It doesn't. Exactly. It's all fake with you, You're just doing it, because, like all these DJs, I can DJ, I don't want to work, I can do this, I want to party and shit and whatnot for free and get booked, get paid for free and all that stuff. Guys, that's not a nice life to have, As glamorous as it looks, it ain't bueno. It ain't. And you're gonna fall hard, You're gonna fall hard. And time over time, I've seen people doing it and they don't last long.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've noticed that working at my old job. I mean, I was working in a resort country club, and I like to interact with people.
Right.
And you meet a lot of millionaires or people that have a lot of money, and they come in, they cuss at you, they're not happy, they're always angry. And I try to talk to them, and it's just, you have all this money, but at the end of the day, as the person they are, money doesn't make them happy. Maybe they're the type of person that wants a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, or wife and husband, and that's what's going to fulfill them. But they just got too hung up and too into trying to make money, and
unfortunately,
just get sidetracked.
I mean, shout out for those people who made it and they're millionaires.
Respect.
Yeah, respect. That's a great hustle, but was it worth it? Like, is what you're doing?
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, is what you're doing make you happy? Because if what you're doing is making you happy, then what's the whole point of having all the money in the world and do whatever the fuck you want? You're just gonna be a sad person with more problems. Like, sounds cliche, but more money, more problems, basically.
Yeah, and that's what I always recommend everybody. Think about what truly makes you happy. Go for it. Nobody can stop you. Like we said before, we're in America, and if you want to become someone or be famous, have money, or build a business or build multiple businesses, trade stocks, there's so many opportunities out there. This is the place to do it. That's why I started doing this, because
I agree, man. It is a land of opportunity, and it's insane to see that a lot of people actually take advantage of it, and then a whole lot more that lives within America don't take advantage of that. It's kind of wild for me to say like you're having like people who doesn't live in America be much more successful than you, because that actually tells you you're not really happy with your life. You're not happy with what you're doing or where you are right now. And because you feel like you got everything, that kills people, that kills creativity, that kills yourselves in a way, it deflates. What's the word?
Deflates?
It deflates your soul completely, because now
it drains your soul.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. So that it's very hard for people to say to me like, nah, you can't make it. I'm like, bro, I came from an island that basically it's impossible to get a job. To get a job, a single job, it's impossible. Like, thousands and thousands of people graduate every year in that small little island and they can't get a job.
And then look at you now. I'm working towards what you want to do. You have your own podcast. You also make music, produce. So,
I mean, hey, let me tell you the story. Let me tell you a story. As soon as I graduated and finished my school from here, I said like, all right, I went to Ultra. I want to perform one day at Ultra. What is it that I have to do? What do I have to do? So I search because I didn't know anybody. And then I meet up with this company called Committee Events at that time, who used to be run by Life in Color.
Okay.
So now, all right, Life in Color is a dope festival. They did that. They do that a lot all around year round on different areas. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe this is a start. Maybe this is a chance for me to be something here in Life in Color. All right. So I meet up with the people. They give me the speech and blah, blah, blah. And I told them, hey, I just got here, man. Like, I don't know anybody here. I don't know anybody. I don't know how I can sell tickets. but what can I do? What can I do to prove you my loyalty, to prove you that how hungry I am to be performing at this festival and such? Like, what is it that I got to prove to you? And when it comes, he tells me, all right, this is what you need to do. If you do a lot of street hours of street promos, handing out flyers, if you post every day on social media with all the festival and all other shows that we do, if you sell tickets, if you show me all those things, man, I'll consider putting you into the lineup for Life in Color. Can't make any promises, but I'll try to put you in there. All right, bet. Hell of a challenge, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially not knowing anybody and being new and stuff.
Exactly. So what happened? To summarize the whole thing, it only took me 4-5 months of working 300 hours of street promo, not getting paid, just going to different places, different universities, different clubs, handing out flyers, showing them the evidence. I sold a bunch of tickets. I post every day. And at the end, the head of Life in Color tells me, like, you're performing at the festival.
Oh, wow. So you actually played?
2016 Life in Color, yes.
That's the year I went, bro. That was my first ever Life in Color.
For real?
I'm
2016? Sure. Where Big Sean, Jack U, and Nightmare, all these guys?
Bro. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No
Back
way.
When it was good. Yeah,
when
multiple
it was
stages and stuff. Dude, that was my first ever music festival. That's what got me into all of this. Life in Color with all my best friends back in the day, bro. Yeah. No way you played. That's crazy.
Bro, I played in the local stage along with all the local people. I did a back-to-back with Odyssey, and we did, and that was the time Big and Slim was around, my homies that were performing.
Yeah, I saw you did a podcast with them too.
Yeah. I'm bringing them back again, because
so cool.
Yeah, bro. Like, and yeah, that was my first festival, bro. My first ever festival I've ever played in my life as a DJ. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, I know, bro. Like,
when you were telling me the story, in the back of my head, I was like, I really hope you got to play it, and I hope it was 2016 because that's my first time. That's crazy. That's what got me in love with everything, man. With all this industry, the entire industry.
That's funny, bro, because that actually jump started my career over there as a producer, as a DJ, and just like network my way out to meet all these artists, all these A&Rs, and everybody. That's what jump started everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy how we got connected like that, bro.
Small world, bro.
Small world, bro. I think it's more destiny. It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Yeah.
So,
facts.
Bro, I'm telling you,
that's awesome. Mad respect to you, because I know it's hard to grind, especially brand new, not knowing, and like especially the uncertainty.
Yeah,
it could kill a lot of people off. But good shit for the grind.
Thank you, and you're right.
Yeah.
It is that level, the uncertainty, because you don't know it. He didn't even promise me that I was gonna play or not. That was Lucho. Shout out to him, man. It wasn't a guarantee I was gonna perform. He says, like, we'll see if I can squeeze you in, And he gave, after I did all the hard work, he put me as like one of his top promoters, his right-hand man on street promo. I was a street manager and everything. Like, he used me as an example for all the locals. And mind you, all these local artists, the some of them are homies of mine, they've been working under him for a year or two before I came in. I came in like a few months ago, type shit.
Brand new.
I was just a new face, and I don't know anybody. I'm just trying to get in, And yeah, he just put me on the face like, yo, him, I don't want to see his face anymore. Like, I'm done. I'm tired of seeing his face, because I see him every day. I see him every day promoting. I see him every day grinding. I see him every day on the clubs promoting and shit. And well, he's working hard. He's paying his dues. That's why he gets to play on a show. That's why he's gonna be on the festival and shit. I'm like, oh damn. And everybody
work pays off, bro.
Our work pays off. And I talked to some of these people, and they were saying like, yo, like, I don't know how you did it. Like, I've been with him for over a year, so and just right now I'm just getting on my own first show. You just got here and you're already getting a show and a festival. I'm like,
Life in Color, yeah,
bro. Like, hard work. If you're hungry about it, you're willing to sacrifice it. Like anything's possible. I kid you not. This is my story, guys. Like, this is my experience. This is what I've been trying to tell everybody. Like, guys, it only
hard work, man. Literally
hard work. If you really want to achieve something, you put all your chips in that basket. You work hard for it. You actually like go for it. If you're really that hungry, it's gonna happen. It's gonna come to you because I'm living proof of it. And if I can do it, somebody that doesn't know anybody, has zero connections here in Miami, and just did it out of the wazoo, what's your excuse, you know?
Yeah, straight up. That's how I see it. That's why I do what I do, because I have friends in Italy that always text me. They're like, yo, you're so lucky where you live, bro. Like, I wish I could live there. Like, even people in Africa where I used to live, they're like, how is it? Like, how's you have a job? Like, that's so nice. And in my head, I'm like, I'm 22. Of course I have a job. But like, they're not used to that. Like, you don't get a job in Europe. Like, you live off your parents for as long as you possibly can, you know?
Yeah.
So you need to have the will, man.
Yeah, it's the will and the willing to sacrifice, man. And willing, you know, how hungry you are. It all comes down to how hungry you really are. Because I'm going to tell you, I was dipping into my savings account just to pay off some of my bills, you know? So I was losing money and all this, but the determination and how hungry I really wanted this so badly that I was like, fuck it, you know? And my parents were half supported and half not, because they wanted me to get a job just to, you know, to pay my own shit, you know? But they were supportive enough for me to, like, you know, you're getting there. So we see the results. We're going to help you financially a little bit just to get you by. And once you get by, you know, you're off the hook, you know? So like it was hard. It was hard for me, man, because I have like massive credit card debt because of all the sacrifices, all the times I had to go to travel in my car, pay gas, you know, just to make ends meet and just to make it, you know, just to prove these guys like, yo, I want this badly, you know, like I really want this badly. So but
that's actually kind of what happened to me. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go for it.
When we moved here, after a little bit, my dad left me, my mom, and my sister here, and he kind of just took off. And it got to a point where if I didn't get a job, we had to leave. Like, we had to move out and like go back to Italy. So I was 15 at the time, and I started working when I was 15. You know, 6 a.m. you go to school, then 3 p.m. you go to work till 10:30, 11. And I hated it because I missed out on a lot of things and stuff like that. But it just instilled in my head this working mentality. And like now these days, if I'm not doing something throughout the day, I go crazy. That's why I started the business. I actually just quit my job about a month ago, a little bit over, to do this full time for a little bit and see where it goes.
How's it going so far, man?
So far, so good. I've had money saved up so I can afford to go 2-3 months. And well, I had to quit my job, and 2 days after I had to go to Tennessee for a music festival.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, like, what actually got you into music in general? Like, what is it that brought you into the whole EDM scene?
Back in the day in 2016, we decided to go, you know, Life in Color. And because everybody was talking about it, that was huge back in the day, especially when you're younger, like 16, 17, 18. We went there, had the time of our lives. It was me, all my best friends. And then from there, we started going to like little shows like Borgor. You remember Cinema, right?
Yeah. I was there too.
Yeah. Cinema. All the shows they used to throw over there were amazing. And then my friend Goon, which you did a podcast with him.
Shout out to Goon, man. Yeah.
Shout out to Goon. Yeah, that's the man. And he started DJing from house parties to different shows throughout South Florida. And me and my buddies would just follow him everywhere. And we just started loving the music. And then we started loving the people. Because that's what I always tell everybody. This, to me, is the best industry in the world. People-wise, there is jealousy, but you don't get it like in the rap community or like the rap scene. Everybody wants to flex. Everybody wants to be. Even when you go to music festivals, like there's no place like EDM music festivals. Everybody's nice. Everybody's so kind. That's why I also call it Dope Vibes, because these people are amazing.
Yeah, no, it's a different scenery when you go to a rap or a hip hop festival versus the EDM festival. Absolutely, like it's night and day. Not to throw shade on anybody, but obviously you can
No,
tell.
all love.
Oh, it's all love, but you can tell immediately. Like, I remember who was it? Who was it? Somebody was telling me like, yo, like that's why I love going to the EDM festivals because when I go to one of these hip hop or trap festivals, there's always a fight. There's always some shits. There's always
negative energy.
Yeah, there's always some shit. But then when I go to an EDM festival, it's like all peace and love and all of this, and I'm like,
everybody loves each other.
Yeah, and he told me that was like it's kind of weird for me because I'm so used to like seeing people fighting for over stupid shit or flats or starting beats out of nothing, and then when I see these, it's like no fights. The worst thing that you've seen something in the festivals is somebody getting OD on drugs, and that's it. That's like the worst thing.
Yeah, too many drugs. Yeah, that's what happened. I was just at Soundhaven. That's why I quit my job. And this guy actually climbed up 60 feet to the top of the stage, started swinging, and just let go and dropped. Yeah, it's on Twitter. I'll show it to you later. Yeah, dropped like 50, 60 feet up in the air. Just dropped straight down. He's good. He survived. But you see, that's the only downside is that people overdo it sometimes, or you do have those fucked up people that go around what's stuff. So test your drugs. If you're watching this, test your drugs, please.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna do drugs, I do not condone drugs. Sorry, I can't say that. I mean, I need to put that disclaimer. Like, sorry, guys. Like the only drugs I've ever done is weed, and weed is legal. Weed is not a gateway drug. I don't care what anybody says. If anything, alcohol. Yeah, alcohol is probably the gateway drug, but weed is nothing. Weed only gives you chill vibes. That's what it does. That's what it does. I've been clean and sober for 3, 4, 5 years of weed,
I've actually been clean for 5.
Not on alcohol. Not on alcohol. I drink once.
Everybody likes a little bit of tequila.
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't condone drugs. I don't condone drugs. Like guys, like don't do drugs. Even though it's so corny to say it, and it's like, oh, what is this guy talking about? Guys, just don't do it because you don't know what's in it. You don't know who you're dealing with. Just recently, a famous actor just died this past weekend, or whenever this episode airs, it died not too long ago because they say that he was doing coke, and in that coke has some traces of fentanyl.
Yeah,
and you're like,
it's sad.
What the fuck, bro? And I get that people is on that experimental stage. It's like, oh, I just want to try Molly. I just want to try shrooms. I just want to do this. It's like, guys, don't do drugs. It's not worth it.
Yeah, but I'm the same way.
But if you're gonna do it responsibly. If you're gonna do it,
and test them.
Yeah, test them. Don't take word for any dealers that say like, oh no, it's 100% this. Like, no, you don't know where that's come from. Like, you don't know what you're getting inside your body. And I tell you guys, don't do it. But if you're gonna do it, just do it responsibly. Have somebody next to you that you could trust. That if shit goes down south, that person is right there. You always gotta have the sober one around the group, like always. Because it's always. The only way. It's the only way for everybody to have a safe, travel, safe party, safe whatever. So
I agree. Yeah, don't do drugs, but if you are gonna do them, just test them and make sure you're in a safe environment and drinking water. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Drink water. Absolutely, water is golden for anybody. It doesn't matter what time of the day. Like, you need to keep yourself hydrated all day, every day. It's very important. And yeah, like that's like the bad thing I see from the EDM, and it's a shame that shit gets very like publicly out loud from outsiders. And it's like, oh, you see, people go to these festivals and they do drugs and shit or what. It's like, motherfucker, you've never been to any of these festivals. What the hell are you talking about? Like, that's
what a lot of people that I talk to that have never been to an EDM festival, when I tell them that I do go, they're like, oh, just a bunch of people going around doing drugs. And I tell them, if you actually went to a festival, you would be surprised by what actually happens. Yeah. Because people have so much fun. People will love you so goddamn much. Yeah. Because they just, who they are.
Exactly. Like compared to anywhere else, like the EDM community is actually a very, let me say, what's the word? What's the perfect word? It makes you feel like home.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like I'm safe. I'm okay. I'm surrounded by good people. I'm surrounded by people with great energies, great vibes, positive all around, peace and love. Like plur, plur all around. Like that's the cool thing about the Indian community. And I hate when outsiders talk so much shit about it when they haven't even touched about it. It's like, oh, you don't see this on a rock concert. It's like, you don't see this at a rock concert? Dude, your favorite band does hell of a cocaine. Like, what the fuck? Like, if you tell me that the Motley Crue or the Guns N' Roses or any other rock band tells me that they've never done drugs before, bro, you're delusional. You're delusional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come
Crazy.
on. And how many songs have we heard from the rock, even from country, that it involves around drugs and alcohol? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then the hip hop and track community is even worse because all they talk about is drugs and slapping bitches and fucking lot of bitches and hoes and pimps and money and gangsta shit and like, what in the fuck are you talking about,
Exactly. Also, from a business standpoint, the EDM community is amazing. I don't see that much jealousy. There is obviously jealousy, but it seems like from what I've seen that everybody wants to help each other out. Even when I was at Forbidden Kingdom, I got backstage passes. Shout out to Goon again for the backstage passes. And I went back there and Boogie T was talking to Subtronics, who was talking to Dirt Monkey, who was talking to everybody was talking to each other. Everybody was playing with the kendamas or whatever it is. Even people were talking to me, like DJs that were talking to me and they had no clue who the fuck I was. And that's what I like. Even behind the scenes of the EDM community, everybody's so nice. Like I message Subtronics and he answers they very nicely. Everybody's super, super nice. That's how I actually I got around to my first collab official. I actually messaged Hash, who's one of my favorite artists, and we worked out a collab deal with him. And
so there's gonna be some Hash collabs coming soon?
So the Hash collab is already released. I do have a couple of unreleased. Yeah, I'll say it. I have a G Space that's already done. I have it in hand. It's just unreleased. I'll say one more. So I'm working. Hopefully it happens. But this is my biggest collab yet. It's actually with Ellis Dream. Yeah, I'm looking I already have everything made. It's an Ellis Dream. Have you seen the license plates on my website?
No, I'm pretty sure I have, but I haven't.
So it's something like this, but it's going to be for Ellis Dream.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, only 2-3 people know about the Ellis Dream one. So if you're watching now, you know.
Now you know, guys. Yeah. Get ready. Some fire is about to drill. Let the record horn beat. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love it. I love to hear that, man. I love it. So let me ask you, how do you actually approach these people? How do you actually come up with this, let them know, say, hey, we should collab or something,
So ever since I've been doing this, I've just noticed more and more that the number one thing for you to grow a business is to network. It is to network. Facts. And only to network. You can make the coolest items at the cheapest price, but if you don't network and find a way to put your stuff out there, then, it's not going to be seen. So I honestly message as many DJs or artists or companies as I can. And, I could message 100 people in 3 weeks and 99 of them say no. All I need is one person to say yes. So whether it's Ellis Dream, Hash, or whether it's a person that nobody knows with 50 followers, I will take that collab any day of the week. I will take it any day of the week.
That's freaking dope.
Yeah. I just hit up people that I find, people that I would love to work with, people whose energy I like, and just go from there. If they don't answer, I go on about my day. And if they do answer, then it works out. But it's like I said before, you just can't be afraid of rejection or failure or trying too many times, because there's nothing like too many times.
I agree, man. And let me tell you, this is something that I've been preaching about just recently, like it wasn't just too long ago that I started to like, let me just start DMing and messaging some of these big artists or some of these people to be part of the show, man. And let me tell you, like, that's actually a whole lot better approach than you can think of. And you'll be surprised at how people respond you. They do. They don't realize, people don't realize, it's like, because they feel like what you say, the fear of rejection. And it's like, oh, like, I don't know if he's gonna reject me or he's gonna ignore me. Like, hey, I've been sending emails to a bunch of people, and let me tell you, out of the bunch of people, like probably like 2 or 3 have responded, and they say, yes, I'm gonna be at this podcast show.
That's all you need. 2, 3 people. That's 2, 3 more than you had the day before.
Exactly.
And that's how you grow.
Exactly. Hey, let me tell you, after the end, after June, I already had like all my people, interview. After June, I was just thinking like, all right, I'm gonna do like a couple of episodes on myself and just start talking and calling up with some topics that I got. I got topics to talk about all the way till next year. So I got episodes for forever, And before you know it, like I just people started to hit me up. It's like, yo, can I be on your show? It's like, sure, come over. Like, why not? And then after that, I started to like, all right, after this, I'll do episodes on myself. We're down to September, and every other episode up till now, it has been, interviews with guests, collaboration with these people, like it's wild, and I'm keep it coming. Like I never expected I was gonna bring you and there's other people, Underground Wolves. I never expected.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to those guys. Like I never expected for you guys to be on my show. It was never a plan, and then you guys came along. And I'm like, all right, cool. I got all the way
That's honestly,
to October all because of networking, all because we message each other, all because
exactly. I mean,
we were connected with one thing or another, and now bam, we're making business right now,
I saw your interview with Big and Slim for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I saw another one with Dream Takers, and that's when you caught my attention. Then I saw the one with Goon, and I was like, okay, like Underground Wubs hit you up. I was like, I'm gonna do the same, because we grow together, man. If that's what it's about.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Because like, and this is something I'm trying to do within my own podcast. I'm trying to build a community, as a haven for everybody to come over to my show and promote their shit and get themselves exposed. Because believe it or not, guys, like South Florida has a lot of talent, and not just South Florida. Let me put it this way: a lot of talent are here in Florida. Like you will not believe the level of talent that are here in this state. And I feel that they're being undervalued, underused, because nobody pays so much attention to them. And I feel for them, because I feel I have a responsibility to guide you guys, to guide everybody, and let everybody know. It's like, hey guys, if you guys gonna be doing this, just remember, do this and do that. Don't do this and don't do that, because this might happen, and so on. And let me put you guys up in the map as much as I can. Whether I have a huge following or a small following, it don't matter. I want to put you guys out there so everybody can know who I'm interviewing, who I'm talking to. Like, look at these people. And that's how people, start to talk and start to get connected.
You give people an opportunity to be heard.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And I love it.
I want to be that voice of reason. Obviously, I cannot start a whole revolution against the music industry. That's just never gonna happen. But what I can do is what I said previously. I can be the community. I can be the voice of the community. I can let everybody know, yo, this is the gnarly shit that you're gonna find in the industry. Like, yo, this shit happens more often than you think. And it's just to guide them, because I'm tired to see kids like. I'm in my 30s, so anybody that's below me is a kid to me. So.
It's a kid.
Yeah, it's some old people vibes. But what I'm trying to get is like, I'm tired to see kids getting to do these same mistakes that I always see all the time. Like signing on me to bad contracts, like getting ripped off, paying promoters for them to perform a slot, working for free to get a slot, like, of course, there are times in which I had to work for free to perform, like, of course, everybody has to pay their dues to a certain extent. It's not a everyday thing. It can be an everyday thing, because then they're using you, they're abusing you, they're abusing your talent, your potential. They're holding you back. And this is where I come in and say, it's like, no, fuck that. Let's go and do this. Like, guys, this is what's going to happen. Let me try to prevent for somebody making a mistake, because I make mistakes in the past, of course. You learn from it. You're human. You learn to be better for yourself. A wise man learns from his own mistakes. A wiser man learns from other people's mistakes. So as I become the wise man, I want others to be the wiser man, because I want
learning from you.
Yeah, I want people to learn from me. I want them to learn from their own mistakes as well. I want them to be wiser, because that's how you win. That's how you win in this industry.
I like making mistakes more than like making the right call or like doing something like successful. Like, I like when, let's say, I make a product or make a design and it doesn't do as well, because when I fuck up is when my mind goes, okay, how do I become better? How do I not do that again?
Right.
If I do something that's good, I don't think about it too much. I'm like, okay, I did good, whatever. So I like fucking up and telling myself what to do better. So fuck ups, to me, if you can turn them into a positive, fuck up 1, 2, 3, 4 times if you have to, because you learn, man. You really do. You learn from the shit that you mess up, and that's how you don't make mistakes again.
I agree. I mean, you learn from it. My way is like, I'm trying to make sure that people don't make the same mistakes as I do, Like, if it's unavoidable, it's unavoidable. Everybody has to go for it. Like, it's okay. We live and we learn, But like easy mistakes that can be very avoidable and preventable, like, take it from me. Like, know from this, so that way you don't commit to it, because once you commit to it, it may affect you. It may affect you in the long run, And this is how it can fuck up your career. It can fuck up your livelihood or shit like that, because it's what's funny? It's those easy and preventable mistakes that can fuck you up even more than the ones that are unavoidable. Because there's a saying, when I was in audio school, there was a saying that the music industry, regardless, it's gonna screw you over. It don't matter. They're always gonna find a way to screw you over. The thing that you need to do is you need to find and learn a way for them to screw you over less. You need to be the one to be getting screwed less. I know it sounds kind of like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, and so regardless what I do, I'm going to get screwed. Like, yes, like there's going to be times
in which how life is.
Yeah. That's just how life is. There's no such a thing as like, you're going to be a winner every day for the rest of your life. Like, no. And if you're going to be a winner, you have to be a loser first, right?
Correct. There's no thing as such as perfection. Nobody's perfect.
No.
Nobody will ever be perfect. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you can learn from them, and like you said, other people's mistakes, that's the way to go. So
that's the way to go.
That's the way to succeed.
Yeah. It's
Amen.
One of the many ways, man. And that's what I'm trying to do in this podcast, man. I'm trying to be very educational, try to help out some of these people. And, I want everybody to win. I want everybody to succeed, like, I have no ill mentions with anybody. There may be some rotten apples that I do not like, and I don't want to fuck with, whatever. I don't deal with them. So that does not affect me in any way. As long as I don't fuck with them, I'm all good. But I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to feed themselves, Yeah. I want everybody, because the talent is there. The potential is there, You just have to be,
especially in South Florida, like you said.
Yeah, like, dude,
music-wise.
How many of the, if you look at all my previous interviewers, how many have I already interviewed that are from Florida?
Yeah,
like Dream Takers, Plasma, Goon. Just recently I interviewed Bats and of course my homies, Big and Slim, Shindo, Nitty Gritty,
right.
and
Nitty Gritty, I love him, bro. That man is a legend.
That man is a man of many faces, man. That guy has so much talent, has so much potential, and I told him when we were in school together, like that you're gonna be one day at Skrillex level, and he
That
is.
dude has even his stage presence, bro. His
It's
stage presence,
pure energy.
captivating. Yeah, captivating as fuck.
Pure energy is what this guy do, man. Like he cannot do no wrong. That's the beauty of this motherfucker. Like he cannot do no wrong because the guy 1 minute can give you a heavy set and all of a sudden switch it up for some house and everybody be vibing, and then comes back again and then do some other weird shit and everybody will be happy. Like it don't matter. He could train wreck and everybody will still be vibing.
Still, yeah. That dude's, shout out to him because he's awesome.
Shout out to him, man. One of my homies, yo.
But yeah, South Florida scene has been blowing up. You know, mainly you think of Colorado and other states, but South Florida has been taken off.
And I hope that these people who are taking off from South Florida actually become, big and successful, how they should, because, one thing I was talking to Plasma was that, he was telling me that, everybody from the bass community is heading over to Tampa now, or Florida overall. Everybody's blowing up from Florida. Everybody's becoming big. That's bass music is blowing up from Florida right now. And Colorado is like the state capital of bass music. If it's not Colorado, it's Canada,
Oh, yeah.
So now we got a huge reps, and all we can do is just like promote them as much as we can. I just wish that sometimes these festivals, like these big festivals, like the EDCs, the Ultras, the Life in Colors, the Sunset Music Festivals, the Okeechobes, can promote a little bit more the local scene, like can give them more of a voice.
Yeah, just like Forbidden Kingdom does.
Yeah.
Big love to Pepe and the Insomniac team on Forbidden because they did the whole stage for all the local artists the entire 2 days, which was amazing.
Which is insane, because shout out to Pepe because he's business partner with Lucho, and those guys have been working to get Forbidden Kingdom for years. As long as I know them, they've been trying to get
I've never met Lucho, but I only hear good things about that man.
Yeah.
Everybody always talks so good about him too.
He's the man, I owed some of my success in my career because of him, because it was him that gave me he gave me the chance. He gave me the chance. It's like, all right, let me see what you got. I prove it to him. And it's like, all right, now I want you on all this stuff. Like I give some of my success because of him, because obviously because of him, I was able to go to Life in Color backstage, meet some of the artists. I was able to network with them. I was able to go to Sunset Music Festival, network, talk to people, like met my hero, Zomboy.
Oh, Zomboy.
Yo, like whenever I'm going to have a chance to meet Zomboy. And that was the time. And funny enough, I met Zomboy twice that same year. And oh my God, like it wasn't for him. None of the stuff that I have up till now may be feasible, possible. Maybe I may have some things here and there, but not as far as I'm in right now, It'll be hard.
That man is one hell of a performer, Zomboy.
Oh, that guy, Zomboy, Josh Melody, man. I just love his energy, bro. Like I've seen him twice. Like I seen him perform twice backstage, and the way he brings the energy, he just tears a new one to everybody. Like it's insane the way he does his things, man. And I'm still, day 2000 waiting for a new music of him, because his last music was like last year or 2019 or something like that. Like I kid you not, I'm still waiting for him 2021 for new music, because it's like he's a great producer, a great mixing engineer. Like his mixing and mastering is just like I aspire to become like him in a way. And I did. I actually started to sound like him a little bit. And that was good, because I was like, holy shit, like I managed to sound like one of my heroes. But at the same time, it's not so good, because you don't want to sound like your heroes. You want to be different.
Yeah, you want to be like you. Yeah, you just want to be you.
Yeah, exactly. So, I was just happy. I was just happy, that met him, and I hope to see him soon and sometime in the future.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Have you met any of your heroes? Any of these bass producers, bass artists?
Well, my favorite all-time artist is Subtronics. So that's like my man. I love him, bro. And I actually did a meet and greet with him in Fort Lauderdale 2 years ago, I believe, 3 years ago. And then I met him again at Forbidden Kingdom backstage, and I gave him the license plate that I showed you earlier.
Right.
And he signed 2 of them for me. So, and I gave him 1 for him to keep.
That's freaking dope, man. So how would that feel? Like,
Subtronics is my man.
Well, what was going through you, man? Because I know I was kind of nervous when I meet him, Zombie, for the first time. And then the second time, I was much more calmer.
The first time at the meet and greet, I mean, you talk, take a picture, and then that's it. But backstage at Forbidden Kingdom, I was shitting myself. And we were right next to the main stage, and he had just put earplugs in. So I went up to him. I was like, I'm not missing my chance. So I start talking. I'm yelling in this dude's ear because we're right next to the main stage. I'm screaming at him, trying to for him to hear me. And just awesome. I mean, I was super nervous, but because, you see them in videos, you see them up there on stage, but it's at the end of the day, when you're next to them, he's just a human, just like you, smokes weed, just like you.
Yeah.
Super cool dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that a lot of people don't realize. Like, these people are just people, just like you and me. The fact that we're putting them on a pedestal is because they're artists. That's what they're supposed to be. They're representation of music and all the stuff that we love. But if you treat them like humans, man, they're gonna treat you super nice, and they're gonna be super chill and super appreciative about it. If you treat them like you're the biggest fanboy of all, they'll be like, oh, thank you, and then dip.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they wake up in the morning just like you do. They go to sleep just like you do. They're regular humans. But yeah, when I saw Subtronics, I was hella nervous, even though he's a regular dude. Not for me, but yeah.
Right. And let me ask you, how often has the social media been treating you when it comes to you to selling your organization, your merch and all that stuff? How often do you use it?
Well, I run everything by myself. So everything that happens for the Vibez is through me, and I'm the only person that runs all my social media. Most of my things I actually sell through Facebook. I don't make a lot of sales through posting on my stories or the post. I just find little groups and things, or I message people directly and just promote my merch through there, because there's just so many companies and so many people doing pins or different merch that it's hard to stand out if you're not on Etsy. Because
Etsy's the new thing.
Etsy is the place to buy merch. I mean, obviously you have iHeart Raves or different companies like we were talking earlier, Electric Family, but those are the big names. If you're somebody that just started out and you have no name attached to you, who the fuck are you? Most people are not going to buy from you. So that was one of the big things when I first started. Do I start an Etsy store, or do I push through and eat shit for a little bit and start my own website? And I decided to start my own website. Because it's hard to get eyes on the website. It's hard to make people remember the website. So it's tough, but it's been getting a lot better. I mean, I've only been doing it for a year, and my sales for last year and this year are amazing. So I can't complain. It's just a lot of work.
So how much work do you have to put in behind it? What do you have to do to sell it out to everybody? I would have word of mouth and let everyone know to swim by to over me.
Yeah, I'm literally always doing something. I'm either on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Reddit, making pins. Now I just started making pins for other people. So I'm always figuring something out. But mainly it's advertising through all my social platforms to let them grow. And then when it comes to the selling part, I try and advertise it on Facebook or on Instagram mainly.
Okay.
But Facebook, I'll post it on a group. And then if people are interested, I'll message them personally instead of commenting the link or whatever it is. I like to be personable and actually get to meet people.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I'll message everybody.
And
I don't give a fuck.
And where do you actually get all the products? Like, how do you get some of the products in line and have these collaborations? And where does that money come from?
So the money has been accumulated throughout the time. So when I first started, I don't want to say I started with maybe $500-$600 to start off everything.
Okay.
And then from there, the money accumulated. I haven't put in anything else from my money. But everything that I make and get, I reinvest. I haven't spent a single dollar on myself from the business, just because if I want to grow and become an electric family or like a I Heart Raves, I can't buy myself anything with the money. I just got to reinvest it. And yeah, most of the things actually come from China. So pin wise, most pins that you see in the US, there's no manufacturers in the US. They all kind of come from China. Whether it's somewhere online that you find them, all pins come from China. Shipping has gone through the roof because of the pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
And then other merch, I do little collabs with people. I'm actually working on a collab to make some super trippy sweatpants, like trippy ass sweatpants, because I know it's going to start getting cold. And she's local. She's over in Colorado. So just finding people.
That's what's
they make
up.
Cool stuff. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. And where do you come up with these ideas? Like, how do you come up? Like, this is what's gonna sell the pins. This is gonna sell the shirts or the hats or the. How do you come up with this? And how do you know what people actually want to buy from?
Honestly, if I'm being very honest, I like to smoke a little bit, and because that gets me. To me, weed opens up my my vision. It kind of helps me think and loosens my mind.
Yeah.
So that's actually how I came up with the license plate idea that nobody has done. And I love the license plate idea. I was like, it's unique. You can put it on the car, put it on the wall. And I rolled at that. And then people loved it. And I just kept making more designs. I have an artist from Spain that does all of my EDM stuff. He has no clue who any of these people are. But with my guidance, I kind of tell him what I'm looking for. He does a little bit of his own research and then he takes it from there. And sometimes it'll take us a week or two to kind of get the design, or sometimes it'll be, a couple of days depending on what he comes up with.
I was actually going to ask you, like, do you have a team and do you have somebody who does all your illustrations, or do you do it, or do you do some of it?
So my team, basically, I run everything. All the decisions, everything I run. I just have two artists. One of them that does the more cartoon inspired stuff, and then the other one does the EDM inspired stuff. And then I have a couple of ambassadors that kind of promote for me and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Apart from that, I also work with Underground Wolves. I did the merch for Goon. I built his entire website. So I like to stay busy. The more on my plate, the more I eat. So I like to do as much as I possibly can.
Perfect. Yeah. And when it comes to future plannings, like, do you have something in the future words that you already know that this is what's gonna happen in the fall and the winter and the spring or something like that? Or that shit just comes around naturally when you're smoking, or next day when you wake up, it's like, I want to do this?
I just let it flow, to be honest with you. And it's a mistake of mine sometimes to not think too ahead, because like for Lost Lands, I could have probably made a Lost Lands design, or like, there's different things that I could have planned ahead for. But it's only been my first year. If I can get my word out there and get people to remember my name, then everything, I already know exactly where I want to take the business and the company, but I don't like to plan too ahead for merch. I do have a book where I keep every single thing that I come up with, or anything that goes on, just to stay organized, which I always tell people, if you have a business, a company, an LLC, you have to be organized. You have to be organized. I have an Excel sheet with over 25 different pages of different sheets and tabs with everything, from the cent that I spend for every product to how much I make online, in person, in cash, everything. Because when tax season comes, and it's also, yeah, man, tax season, that was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just tough to learn when you don't know anything. It's tough to like, figure it out, especially doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't live with me. I don't talk to him. So it's kind of like who do I turn to? So you kind of figure it out on your own. But I got through it. And so if I can say something, if you're watching, stay organized. Really organize your shit, and it'll make your life so much easier.
Absolutely, man. Hey, I do my taxes by myself too, man. Like I had to do it by myself. I didn't have my own man didn't teach me. And I'm like, you motherfucker, you couldn't teach me how to do taxes. It's like, oh no, I got a guy. I'm like, of course you got a guy. You got a guy. I don't have a guy. What the fuck? So I had to learn how to do my taxes, and I had to go for TurboTax, which is like the most easiest place for me to do my taxes. It's like it only takes me 20 minutes to do my taxes, and boom, I'm done. I'm like, great. Now I just wait until I get my money back.
Yeah, no, like especially for businesses and companies, I try and keep a tab of where I'm spending everything, because if not, they can go back in 5 years, still go back.
Oh yeah, and then they'll try to they'll try to find a way to screw you over. It's like, oh, you didn't declare this as your business expense. Oh, you didn't say this, and I'm like, now you're coming with this shit. Now you could have told me this, 5 years ago. Like, nah, bro. The IRS are a bunch of crooks. That's what they are.
You're
gonna be on top. You gotta be on top of that shit. And your business is already registered as an LLC?
Yeah, after 2-3 months of opening up the website, I did the LLC, opened up a bank account under it. So it's easier ever since I opened up the bank account, so much easier. So much easier. Yeah.
So let me ask you, because this is actually a very interesting conversation to talk about, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know much about this type of stuff, Did you have to register your name first or trademark your name first?
So what I did is I just started a LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, and I just trademarked the Vibez LLC. The first thing what I always recommend is, if you have a name in mind, I always would try and see if there is a website available for it, because you always want to kind of have your name and LLC, like company name, the one that goes on your taxes or business records, to kind of match. Yeah. So I did the Vibez LLC, and it was okay online. So we opened up the website, and then a little bit later, when my best friend dropped off the business and it was just me, I opened up the bank account.
Okay. Yeah. It's very interesting for you to say this type of stuff, because I want other people to listen and learn from this. Like when they try to think of a company name, and as well as like, where do I have to go? Because sometimes people just like assume like, oh, so you just register your name LLC on a bank? I thought you could just like do it separate from the bank. And maybe sometimes it's good, maybe sometimes it's bad. It all depends, I guess. Like, which is actually much more easier for you to register first, through the bank or for the separate legal account?
So I actually, because I was just starting out and I wasn't sure, I actually did it through a website called Zen Business, I believe. Because to start a Zen Business, there's a fee, obviously, like a yearly fee, but they at least keep track of all the documents. If you ever get sued, which hopefully I don't get sued, but if anything ever happens, they keep track of all the documents. They keep in contact with you. And because if you don't know what you're doing, I didn't want to do it wrong. So I'd rather pay some type of money and do it the right way. So I did it with Zen Business, started everything through there. And then once you receive the papers, you open up the bank account, which is what I did.
That's dope. And let me ask you, do you know what an S Corp is?
That's actually my next step.
So I'm gonna ask you, like, what's the difference between opening a LLC versus opening an S Corp?
So I'm not 100% sure, but as what someone explained to me is that an S corporation basically separates you from the company. So let's say if you get sued or bankruptcy or whatever, it doesn't affect you as the person. So the LLC is still attached to
the person,
me as Alessandro, but an S Corp separates you from the corporation. So if anybody was to sue you, let's say, they would sue the company and they wouldn't be able to take any of your personal money and things like that. From what I understand.
That's
like with an LLC, yeah, if somebody were to sue me and I didn't have enough funds in my company account,
then
they could go after my personal. Correct. They could go after my personal.
That's
from
actually,
what I understand.
That
I could be wrong.
No, I mean, this is verbatim. This is what you know, hearsay.
Yeah.
And that's actually pretty good to hear about that stuff. And people need to know about this sort of stuff when they start in other companies. And because I know I was gonna start my own LLC under the Wolves and Music brand. And then later on, I decided not to because I'm not making that much money. I mean, not enough money for me to actually start an LLC and keeping with the fees or any of that. So I put that on hold. And I decided I want to build an LLC when this brand kicks off. When the Lone Wolv podcast, Lone Wolv Pod LLC, that's going to be when it starts to kick off. And I start earning money.
You start getting your merch, merch or whatever it is.
Yeah, when I see money flowing, and then I'm starting to seeing a certain amount I'm earning per month, and I'm selling merch and shit like that. That's when I'll do my whole trademark and LLC registration and all that stuff. But for now, I don't need to because it's we're not there yet. But
you don't really need to. Unless you're like a merch store, like an online store, like me, and want to make it official, then get an LLC, make it official. But you still have time.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Because obviously, I wasn't gonna pay. I will be paying, like you say, I'll be paying a yearly basis a certain amount that I'm not earning any money out of it, and I'll have a bank account and. If there's no money inside that business account, then I'll be screwed.
A lot of banks actually take money away from you.
Yeah, exactly.
They charge you.
Yeah, because of interest fee, because you're not putting money into their bank. So obviously, I get screwed over. So that's why I decided and I wanted to have my own music business account for those purposes. But like I said, I wasn't earning that much money, so I didn't saw any reason for me to register an LLC or an S corp for all that. And one thing I will say this, it's always good to register first as an LLC first before you register as an S corp.
Always.
Yeah, because later on you can do the S corp. Once you see that there's oh my God, there's literally a lot of money, and I'm receiving money and the business is receiving money, so now things are not affecting that much, then register yourself as an S corp. Don't go.
You can always do it once when you do your taxes. That's what I was gonna do, and then I just decided to wait one more year and see how it goes. But my accountant gave me the option. He said, if you want to file as an S corporation, I'll charge you X amount of dollars, and we can file you as an S corp.
That's pretty good, man. That's actually pretty good. This is actually very valuable information. That guys, if you're listening to this, take up on notes and re-listen to this section, guys. It's very important, especially for people who are trying to get their names out there and they're trying to get their companies. It's very, very important to know these sort of stuff because it can prevent you to make any sort of mistakes when you're trying to register. Before you shoot yourself in the foot.
Trust me, it drove me absolutely crazy trying to figure out how to do everything, and before finding Zen business, then definitely look into it.
Yeah, definitely. Now, let me ask you, because I've been asking you a lot of questions, and they're very good, man. Do you have any questions for me that you want to talk about? Is there anything in particular that we can head on to discuss about?
Before the podcast, but I think we kind of touched up on it. I wanted to get your views on the South Florida music industry, which I'm happy we talked about. And, I was actually really interested on learning about how you came about, how you became who you are,
Yeah.
How you started doing your own thing. Cause I like hearing stories and I like learning from stories, but we touched up on that. Yeah. That's why I didn't really want to watch too much of the podcast because I wanted to learn and get to know you, face to face.
Right.
But yeah, I think pretty much we touched up on everything. I'm just happy that I appreciate you for having me out here. I love talking business and meeting people, and
Yeah,
you're a cool guy.
Thank you, man. You as well, man. And I'm just like you, man. I love talking to people too. Like, I mean, again, that's why I have the podcast, because I love talking to other people and understanding their views and understanding their point of views and their perspectives and how they come up. Because there's sometimes believe it or not, like out of the many people that I've interviewed, there's a lot of similarities with me and every other guest. Like every other guest has something in common with me, and it's just like that's very cool. Even people that I've never met in my life, and there's a common ground into all this, which is actually pretty cool. And I feel like that's like the best way for you to understand other people or other humans overall. This is how you get to know each other, by understanding each other. Now I'm always fascinated to learn more information and learn more about yourself and about others and about where you're coming from and how you got here and all that stuff. It's just like I become Curious George at that point. I want to learn more.
I'm the same way. I'm the same exact way.
Yeah. And it's fun, because you learn something from it. And, there's times in which you learn something that you never thought that, oh, shit, I didn't know about this. Like, that's cool to know. Just by talking to this certain person, I just learned something new, And
exactly.
Little stuff like that happens a lot more than you think,
I agree. And I like to get inspired by others. Like, like hearing your stories, what you had to overcome and how hard you had to work, it inspires me. Like, that's why I like learning about people and what they do and where they came from and the shit they had to go through to just be here today. So that's awesome. I love this whole podcast concept that you do.
Thank you, man. I'm little by little, I'm just trying to get there. Little by little, I'm just trying to get there, man. Now, what type of inspiration you get through when you're doing your job, man? Well, it's not a job, but your passion.
Like what inspires me?
Yeah.
My family, yeah. My family. I have a lot of family in Cuba. It's tough. It's not how life should be over there. Yeah. My sister and my mom that are here, and I do what I do because I want to put myself in the position to give them everything they possibly want. To be honest with you, I don't care about cars. I don't care about living in the biggest house. I don't care. I could live in a small house, drive a shitty car, be next to the beach, and be completely happy. But if I can look at my mom and say, "Hey, mom, stop working, enjoy your life. Let's get you a house here. Let's get you the car that you want." She loves to travel. If I can say, "Mom, here, go travel, do whatever the fuck you want to do," then I'm good. That's why I do it. That's why I wake up every day. I don't care about fame, or that's why I don't even show my face in any of my social medias, because I don't care about being famous. I want to do my thing, make people happy. But, I want the foundation, my mom and sister and my family.
That's dope, man. That's pretty dope, man. I'd love to hear that, man. Hope this continues on forever and ever, man. Now,
I appreciate it.
What genre of music actually really intends to incline you the most? Like, what is it that you listen to every day?
So I'm a dubstep. Woo! I'm a dubstep kid.
Let's go. Let's go.
I love everything. I've been getting down with a lot of different types of music. I used to only be about dubstep, but I've been loving bass music. I mean, loving bass music. Rhythm, I can do rhythm here and there, not too much of it, because it does get repetitive to me. All love to my rhythm people. Shout out to you all. But
I have no idea how much I shit on them in the podcast. I literally say that rhythm I tell them like rhythm is the techno version of dubstep.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Yes, dude. Yes. So throw a little bit of that rhythm in a set, but not straight rhythm.
Yeah, not straight all the time. Not hearing the same pattern over and over for 16 bars. Like, nah, man. Give me something. Like Virtual Riot does a great job at that, man. Why can't everybody just follow that trend of Virtual Riot? Nope. It has to be the same. It's like, no, give me a
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because with rhythm, you can do the same head movement for the entire hour and you will not be off beat once.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I judge DJs a lot by their live performances. Yeah, that's what I like to do. Like one of my favorite artists is Ellis Dream, and I don't listen a lot of Ellis Dream. I just like to see how he performs live. Or like Subtronics, I listen to a lot. Or like Excision, I don't listen to a lot. I just like to see him live. Yeah, but I like to see. Actually, Goon threw down an insane set this past Saturday, dude. That man mixed it up, and I like sets where people make singing, raps, ED. Like I love drum and bass. If you put drum and bass in your set, you have my heart. I love me drum and bass.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So let's say, like, out of all the people that you've heard up to now, which has been like the most memorable and favorite set of all time?
Okay. It's gonna have to be Subtronics back-to-back Slander at Forbidden Kingdom.
Oh shit, let's go.
There is a lot of variables that go into it. It was like the first show back. I was with all my homies. And I love Subtronics, but that set to me was just special, and I absolutely, it has to be that set.
That's dope. Now, here's the twist part. Which has been like the most disappointing for a set that you've ever heard? Like you would expect a little bit more for this person.
I don't know if people are gonna like me for who I'm gonna say.
Oh.
So it's gonna have to be a Forbidden Kingdom this year again. But I was really, really disappointed by Sudden Death.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody watching, but I love Sudden Death, but that set did not
do its thing.
No, and I like DJs that talk on the microphone a lot. I like DJs because at the end of the day, you have 20, 30,000 people that are coming to watch you.
Yeah.
So I love when people, like when DJs talk on the mic. I know that Sudden Death for his voice sets puts on a persona, but I don't know. That set just really, really bummed me out. I don't know why. Yeah.
Interesting. You know, there's nothing wrong about you DJing and not say a word, but if you want to grab the people's attention, you might as well do something that, you know, that speaks loudly, you know? Like if you're going to be doing a dub set and not say a single word, I can see why that's like a little bit
I get it.
Because it's like like there's no, like, you're not keeping me entertained. It's not interesting. Like, I can listen to this at my home, you know? Versus versus like somebody like fucking Zomboy, you know, like every 5 songs he grabs the mic. It's like, are you guys ready for a fucking mosh pit?
Yeah, you see, that's what I like. And everybody's different, but you see, that's that to me, I love it.
Yeah.
I want you to scream in my face and tell me that you want me to fucking jump in that mosh pit and go crazy.
Yeah,
that's what I want. DJ.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still a DJ. So your job as a DJ, you need to entertain your crowd. You need to read the crowd. Like you need to like get the crowd like in the palm of your hands. Like grab them. You know, let them know where the fuck you are. You know, and when you don't do that, sometimes it gets a little bit disappointing. It becomes a little bit stale because the whole time I'm just hearing rhythm and dubstep and there's nothing new or entertaining. I could just like, all right, this is my pee break, I guess. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to miss anything. Or I'm just going to walk around, see what's up there, you know. And then that's how then all of a sudden you go to any of the local stations. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, can I change my answer?
Yeah, sure.
I'm changing it. Above and Beyond EDC Orlando 2016 or 16, I think.
That's your most disappointing or the most memorable?
Yeah. No. Worst set. I was thinking about it. I'm changing it. Yeah, not Sudden Death. I jumped the gun too quick. Above and Beyond, EDC Orlando.
Really? Yeah. Why is that? That's interesting. Let me hear your explanation. I
just did not like Above and Beyond. They killed my entire vibe. Absolutely destroyed my vibe.
Really?
And sorry if I disappoint anybody. Yeah, me and my best friend, shout out to Merkin if you're watching, but we've talked about this for many, many years. That said will always stick with us. I can't believe I forgot. Above and Beyond.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. That's wow.
Who are your top 3 artists, if I were to ask you?
My top 3 artists are very simple. It's in no way order. Zomboy,
Okay.
Skrillex, and Rob Swire from Knife Party and Pendulum.
Okay.
And I chose those 3 because those 3 is what got me to bass music overall. You know, it was probably like
Yeah.
2010 when Scary Monsters Night Sprites started to come off around there. And then after Scary Monsters Night Sprites, Zomboy came along in somewhere around there. And then I started to listen a lot more on dubstep. And that same year, it was EDC Puerto Rico. Pendulum came over as one of the headliners. I've never listened to Pendulum. I didn't even know what Pendulum was. It was there I realized that they were a drum and bass band. Oh my God. And it was the year that they released the Immersion album. That's where like the biggest hit ever, Witchcraft and Watercolors, Crush, The Island, like, and then obviously Rob Swire, Rob Swire is my guy. Like, that's my favorite hero. Like, I want to meet and shake his hand and work with him. I want to work something with him, even if it's remixing some of his songs. Anything. As long as I say, like, I work with this guy, like, I'm happy as fuck, bro. Rob Swire, absolutely. That guy's a legend, man. He's a legend to me, man. So yeah, those are like my 3 top artists,
Nice. I like that.
In no way order.
No order.
No.
Skrillex has to be the foundation for most people because that's who got me into everything. I was in Africa, no clue about anything, but I know I was listening to Skrillex.
And you didn't even know what the fuck that was. It was just like, what?
Yeah, crazy.
And it's crazy enough that it's all thanks to Skrillex that we have what we have right now in dubstep. Like, you gotta give the flowers to this guy because this guy put dubstep on the map. He mainstreamed it. And if it wasn't for Skrillex, I could bet you, like, probably dubstep wouldn't be as big as it is right now. I can guarantee you that,
And what I'm thinking is in a couple of years, how much bigger it's going to be.
Imagine, like,
I can't wait.
I mean, imagine Ascension has its own festival. Imagine that, his own festival with the biggest bass players.
Slander just released their own festival, Starbase. Yeah, I'm telling you, the next few years is going to be wild for this industry. Insane.
For the bass community, for sure, bro. And look at now, like, Forbidden Kingdom is now the home base on Florida for bass music. And Insomnia picked that up with Pepe.
Picked it up, yeah. After 2 years, they did 2 shows. The third show, the third event, they're like, yeah, we'll take it. Crazy.
Yeah. So now Insomniac has its own, bass festival. And God knows if that bass festival is gonna grow up and pop up and do other places in the world. Like,
oh yeah. I mean, Subtronics just announced he's coming back to Sunset Cove. Yeah, he's doing Cyclops Cove. You have Bass Rush doing shows all over. They just did in Orlando.
That's another one. Bass Rush too. Yeah.
Yeah, Bass Rush. Yeah, they just throw events left and right.
And Subtronics is coming like this winter, right? On Sunset Cove.
Yes, sir. December 18th, Sunset Cove.
I hope I'm here for that day. Like, maybe I can actually swim by over there, Who knows?
Yeah. You're in Miami, right?
Yeah, South Florida.
Nice hour drive, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I have no problem. I just need to get there backstage. That's all I need,
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Man,
I mean, we'll see because I definitely want to, get into more of these bass festivals so I can just like interview every single person in those festivals, man. I want to interview every artist out there, just get that, get that small little spot for myself and just have everybody just like, hey, come over here. Let's interview for
do
20
a
minutes.
Setup.
Yeah, do a 20 minutes, podcast and then we off, whatever,
It would work out because, I mean, they just hang out back there the entire time anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would actually be dope. You could probably talk to Pepe about it.
Yeah, I just need to bring him over to the show. I have to talk through Lucho to get to Pepe, so he could come over here. And probably that's
Yeah.
where I'll ask him about it. But we'll see, man. I definitely want to. I'm very intrigued of what the future for bass music comes from. What's
Super
coming
excited.
into.
Yes, sir.
I agree. We got like 3 more questions, and we can wrap this up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So for right now, what has been your greatest accomplishment?
Since I started the business, like with the business. Oh, that's a really good question. I was trying to think of what questions you could ask me. I don't know why I didn't think of this one.
Take your time.
I've just loved about the business that I've gotten so many people involved, and I feel like I've inspired a lot of people, because that's my main thing. And I say that because my best friend couple wanted to start their own like art Etsy store, like art store. And my other friend Underground Wolv started a little bit after me, and he started doing events, wants to do merch too. So that's honestly my big, if I can do what I love and inspire other people, I can ask for more. So that's my biggest accomplishment. Honestly, like just seeing other people inspired and wanting to do something similar, or not even something similar, but seeing me take a risk and them willing to take their own risk and say, fuck it, I'm going to do this because I want to. To me, that's my biggest accomplishment so far.
Dope. What are you currently doing, and what do you hope to accomplish?
There's different things that I hope to accomplish, but I do want to make Dope Vibez like a brand that everybody like knows. iHeartRadio, like we said, like Electric Family, but I want it to be like at festivals, giving out free stuff, like we said before, like test kits for drugs, or like waters, or, and I love giving free stuff out. I give it all the time to people in orders, or at festivals. I probably give out $500-$600 worth of free stuff at every festival.
Wow.
Yeah, whether it's stickers, cards, pins, license plates, all the time. But yeah, I want to bring Dope Vibez to the top, and I want it to, influence other people and help other people, and eventually maybe be like a motivational speaker, or like, inspire. That's my main thing. I just want to inspire other people to say, fuck it, believe in themselves, and take the jump to build their future. Because a lot of people have so much talent, they just either don't believe in themselves or are afraid. And I want to kind of set that example that if you don't give a fuck what people say, and you're willing to eat shit and take risks, and work hard, because that's the fundamental, but you can do it. So that's what I want to do, hopefully.
That's pretty dope. One last question, and we can wrap this up, man. Let's just say that you're walking down the street, and all of a sudden a spaceship comes down to you. A group of aliens come down to you, and they say, yo, Alessandro, we need your help, man. We need your help, because you and only you are the only one who can help us, man. And you're like, oh shit, okay, let's go. And you're like, yeah, but just to let you know, you're coming with us. You're going to be out for a while. We don't know when you're coming back. But before you leave, here's a piece of paper. Write 3 pieces of advice that you will give to someone. What are those 3 pieces of advice?
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
It kind of builds off from the other ones too. I like that. First advice I would give someone: happiness is the most important thing in the world. If you're happy, nothing else matters. The second one: stop listening to other people's opinions. Third one: be kind to one another. That's not really advice, but that would just be like my send-off quote.
Yeah.
Be kind to one another.
I agree. Yeah. That's actually pretty good, I'll give them that bonus part to say, like, guys, just be humble. Be humble. Yeah. It doesn't take you a lot of energy to be nice and be humble at all. Like, it's actually, humbleness pays off a lot, And you share the same respect that you'll share to a janitor, to a CEO, man, things will blossom to you in your way, man. Guarantee, man. I'm living proof of it, man. Always be grateful, be patient, and always play the long game. Long run. Always play
Yeah.
it because it's a tough industry. Not everybody can make it, but if you have all the stuff that we've mentioned up to now, and you have the patience and the humbleness, the respect and the kindness, everything will pay off. Everything will pay us. You just have to be.
And if it doesn't, you did your duty. You did your part.
You did your thing, man, and just be grateful about it, regardless whether it's a win or lose. Be grateful. The fact that you were given this sort of opportunity, not many people can have that, But then you'll know the next time, and now you'll kill it the next time, So I agree, man.
Because you can, like you said, sorry, and then we'll leave it at that. But like you can succeed, you can win or lose. But if you're nice and you win, then you did it. But if you lose and you are not nice, what if I had done it different? So be nice. If you win, good shit for you. And if you lose, you did your part. You were nice, and be kind to one another, man. There's so much negativity these days. So much.
I agree.
Like, between wars and politics and things like that, that if we start going at each other, like,
I agree. Like, we don't need to bring that whole negativity over here into the music industry, man. And we already deal with this bad shit. We usually go to the music, to escape all of that shit. We don't need to bring more of this negativity. It's not enough. And but there's always gonna be those people that are trying to, use your positivity to use it for their own benefits, for their own hidden agendas. But I'll tell you this, guys, just be nice. Be nice to everybody. It doesn't matter who, even the people that aren't nice to you, just be nice. Be the bigger person, because at the long run, it will pay off, The universe has a plan for you. The universe has a plan for you, man. And that universe will give you the right answer when it comes by, We're both living products of it, man. It does happen. I don't know what else to say, man, because this is just the perfect way how to end it up, man.
Yeah, I think we said it. Believe in your fucking dreams, pursue your fucking dreams, and be kind to one another.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, dude, don't be a dick. If you're watching, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, okay? Let me be the dick, but don't be a dick, all right? Well, man, Alessandro, thank you very much for coming into the show, man. It means a lot for you to come on there. Before we leave, plug yourself out. Let the people know what to expect from you in the future.
First of all, I appreciate you being such a cool host. It's at the Dope Vibes for all my social media. We're doing giveaways. We're actually doing an Instagram giveaway. We'll probably have like about 15 things to give out soon. So follow it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. But if you're watching, like, subscribe, and follow this man, because this man is going to kill it. I'm telling you, follow this man and keep up with this shit, because you learn about things, but you also get motivation out of it. So follow and like.
Thank you,
and
man.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate very much, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Alessandro, for coming into the show. Thank you guys for listening. And remember, every week is a brand new episode with a brand new topic. So be sure to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at the Lone Wolv Podcast for SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. And of course, the YouTube channel at lonewolfpod.com. That's Lone, WOLV, pod.com all together, when you can check all my latest episodes. Comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a certain topic that you want me to cover, you want Alessandro to cover, please let us know in the comments down below, and we'll do our best to cover on the next episode. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.